NITT viewers, I am DS, your psychologist, and welcome to another episode on Channel NITT. This is my first episode doing a video while standing. So now I am in a hotel room in MBS and it is night time. So I have decided to continue on talking about a fallacy, and that is the gambler's fallacy. And this is going to be the ENTJ versus gambling episode. So personally, I am not too sure whether fellow ENTJs are likely to be gamblers, but my case is a very different case because I come from a gambling family. So I remember when I was 5 years old, my family hosts mahjong games in our place.
Wow, this guy very good.
So especially during the weekend, there will be a lot of uncles and aunties who will come to our place to play mahjong. So there would be up to 3 tables of mahjong games. So after every win, W-I-N-D, you will know if you play mahjong what win is. The players need to deposit $2 or $3 into a bucket. So as tips for our family for hosting the games. In turn, our family will serve drinks, we will cook bihun, we will serve up lunch or dinner. But overall, we will still make some money. And I always help my family in this illegal business. How? So when any uncle or auntie needs to have a toilet break, I will fill in. I will take over the seat, I will wash the towels for them, I will stack for them. Then if they are not back yet, I play for them. They allow me to because they call me intelligent boy. Yes, I already know how to play mahjong when I was 5 years old because I have been sitting behind my parents when they play. I observe how they play and I understand how it works. Personally, I am very excited during these mahjong days because after all these uncle and aunties leave, I will have to help to clear the tables. So keep the mahjong tiles and then fold the table back. You know what's so fun about it? Because sometimes these uncle and aunties may not have taken all their money. So maybe a $2 or $10 may be stuck in the drawer. So you have to use your finger and dig. I really enjoy it because sometimes you never know what you will get.
Life is a box of chocolates for us.
Okay, let's change an angle. So my parents are really gamblers. Every year, we will make at least about 5 to 6 trips to Genting Highlands. So I would consider my parents to be very habitual gamblers. There is a casino at Genting Highlands in Malaysia, and during that time, before Singapore has its own casinos, people can only go to Genting Highlands or via a cruise to gamble. So I remember following them every year until they say that it is pointless for me to go along with them if I don't get into the casino. So when I was 19, they actually smuggled me into the casino. So at the age of 19, I was already quite tall, so it was quite easy for me to get in. I just zoop, go in. There's actually a security check, but not like so strictly in Singapore today where they have to check your IC. So all you need to do is just to dress in batik or dress in proper attire during that time, and then you can just go in. If they stop you, then you have to produce evidence that you are above 21. So the legal age to get in was 21.
They're not.
What's 9 plus 10?
21.
But since I already gotten in, it doesn't make sense for me to come out. So we will stay the entire day in the casino. That was where I got exposed to a lot of games. But at the age of 19, I do not have much money and my parents are not giving me money to gamble. So I tend to just walk around and tag along with my mom, who really likes to play jackpot. So I remember one occasion where I was actually at the jackpot machine alongside with my mom. I was playing this machine and she was playing the other machine, and her machine was not paying, so she shifted to somewhere behind. I continued with my machine, and then with one press of the button, suddenly I hit 5 jokers or something like that, and the bell rang. I think I hit a big prize. I screamed, "Ma! Ma!" Wow, my mom came back so fast. You know, it's like she knew the drill. She pushed me off my seat. Why? Because I was underage actually, and I could not win any prize because they have to copy down my details. So immediately, she just pushed me out of my seat and sat. So this showed how much gamblers my parents are. So I do not know if other ENTJs are into gambling at all, but personally I have a lot of contacts with INTJs. INTJs have SE as their inferior function, so many of the INTJs I know do not gamble at all. They think it's an inefficient use of money. Okay, so after having told you about my gambling story, let me just straight away cut into the gambler's fallacy. So in our previous episode, we talked about how TI users tend to be prone to committing fallacies. So the gambler's fallacy is another such fallacy. So presume we just talk about the toss of the coin. If you toss a coin 10 times and the first 9 times is heads, people with the gambler's fallacy tend to believe that the last toss, which is the 10th toss, must be a tail. Because heads has already appeared 9 times, so tails must be coming. So it's very easy to spot people with the gambler's fallacy in the casino. Why? Because there are so many games that you could apply this on. So you could bet player or banker. When we talk about baccarat, in the roulette you could be red or black. You could be big or small. You could be odd or even. There are so many different ways where you can bet even money, which is very prone to gambler's fallacy. So I mentioned that TI users tend to be very prone to gambler's fallacy, and in this case I also believe that this is true, because as a TE user I am not susceptible to it at all. Seriously. In fact, I tend to follow the tide. What do I mean by that? If I see that red has come out for a very long time, I think it is safer to continue to buy red than to buy the opposite, because black is not coming.
Is that just me? 30 red.
So if a TE user doesn't follow gambler's fallacy, then how does a TE person gamble? So let me explain using my favorite game, which is actually roulette at the casino. When I have decided to play at a particular roulette table, then TE sets in. I have to decide. There are a lot of different possibilities. I could use a system, I could bet my favorite numbers, I could bet the numbers that hit. You can actually see the numbers. Casinos now have this display where you can see all the previous winning numbers. So I can choose to follow that winning numbers, or I can decide to surround a particular special number like 23. So there are a lot of different things I could do. So TE will give all these different possibilities. Then I use my NI to choose. So most of the time as an ENTJ, I do not follow any particular system strictly. If I feel like it, I may bet side bets. If I feel like it, I may bet numbers. So it's not fixed. But I would expect that an ESTJ would follow a system because of SI. So one system that they may follow is the Martingale system. So this is where if you bet $1 on odd and you lose, then you have to double up and bet $2. If you lose again, then you bet $4. If you win, then you will win back $1. So that is the Martingale system. So I personally have tried this system and it's very difficult because of SI. I cannot keep up. So I give up very easily. So I tend not to follow a system because I am SI blind. So in any case, if I go to the casino, I am just trying to enjoy myself. So it's good if I can win money, but if I don't, I treat it as a form of entertainment. So the ESTJ might like to follow a system. The ENTJ will like to follow the flow. In the course of a game, there will be many patterns. So as an ENTJ, because NI likes to look for patterns, I always tend to want to look for patterns. And I try to trust my intuition to give me that pattern. So recently I have discovered that I am not very interested in gambling, and I am going to explain that in one of my next episodes. Why it is the case. So fellow ENTJs and viewers, do you gamble? And if you gamble, what games do you like to play? Trust me, just tell me the game, I think I will know how to play. Actually, in the casino, a lot of games are offered. I tend to like roulette because it's considered a more intelligent game. Actually, the more intelligent the game is, the more it appeals to me as an ENTJ. So things like Baccarat and all things, right, I never play. Or even Blackjack, which everybody says is very easy, is a game that doesn't appeal to me. I don't like playing those kind of games. There's one game that I really like to play, and that is Pai Gao.
Now let's take a look at the hand rankings for Pai Gao tiles.
But for many people, they find it very complicated. They look and look and look and they don't understand. But I think, is it intelligence or what? I just get on it very quickly. So I just, oh, that's how you play it. So intelligent games appeal to me a lot. But sometimes I don't want to think, so I just play like big or small. But it's very, very rare because these games don't have a lasting appeal for me. Okay, I hope that you have found this episode interesting as well. I try to think of many different things about my own life as an ENTJ that I would really like to share with our viewers. If you have enjoyed this episode, do comment or give us a like. And if you have not subscribed, do consider subscribing so that we can give you more ENTJ, psychology and fun stuff. Okay, I am going to sign off now and I'll see you in my next episode. Goodbye!